You're scrolling, aren't you? Late at night, phone glowing in the dark. Maybe you weren't even looking for it, it just popped up. That photo. Him. Her. A smile that feels like a punch to your stomach. Your breath catches. Everything goes quiet inside. You just stare. The world shrinks to that one image. All the moments, all the plans, all the years compressed into a single sharp pain. It's a familiar ache, but somehow new when you see it in public. Like he's moved on, really moved on, and you're still here. That's the first wave, the shock, the hurt. It's okay to feel it. Don't push it away, it's real. Let it wash over you. Then, something strange happens. You look at her, really look, past the initial sting, and you see it. Maybe it's a forced happiness in her eyes, or a certain look that tells you she's trying too hard. Or perhaps you see a flicker of the woman you used to be, the one who believed every word. The one who thought she was special. The one who hadn't learned his particular way of messing with someone's head. And for a second, just a split second, you feel it. A quiet, unsettling thought. A tiny spark of pity for her. You wonder, does she know what she's getting into? It's not anger, not jealousy. It's something else, something heavy. Because you know the story. You lived it. And seeing her there so new, so bright, you understand. That's where it begins. You see them, maybe at a park or passing by a cafe. He's holding her hand. A bit too tightly maybe, or a little too possessively. You recognize that grip. You remember the way his thumb would stroke your knuckles, a practiced gesture that felt comforting then. Now it just looks like a performance. He's leaning in close, whispering something. You can almost hear the words, the promises he makes, the grand future he paints, full of dreams that never quite become real. You know this part of the story. You lived it. Every compliment, every special look, every, "You're the only one." He's doing it again. The exact same lines, the same intense gaze, making her feel like the center of his world, for now. He's good at it. He was good at it with you. That's why it worked. That's why you believed him. It's like watching a play you've already been in. The script hasn't changed, only the actress. She's probably believing every word just like you did, feeling that rush, that sense of being chosen. You remember that feeling. It was powerful. And it kept you there, even when things started to unravel. There's no anger, not anymore, just a quiet understanding. You see the setup, you know what comes next, the little cracks, the excuses, the slow pulling away, the mess he leaves behind. It's all so familiar. You're not guessing, you're remembering. That memory gives you power. It tells you that you're not crazy. You weren't the problem. You were just part of his old routine. Now you're out of it. You're building something new, something real. He's still stuck playing the same tired role. Let him play it. You've got better things to do. She's smiling now, yes. But you remember how it started. That first little shiver of doubt. Did he tell her his ex was crazy? Did he tell her your version of events, but with a twist? Does he contradict himself on small things? A story about his past job or why he moved to a different city? Tiny cracks in the story you believed. You brushed it off, didn't you? Said he was stressed, tired. Said it didn't really matter. You wanted to believe him. Then the quick temper. Not a huge explosion, not yet, but maybe a sharp word when he felt cornered. A sudden coldness when things didn't go his way. A flash in his eyes when you asked a simple question he didn't like. She's seeing it too, I bet. That tight jaw. The quick irritation when a plan changes. The way he snaps at a waiter, then turns back to her with that easy, charming smile as if nothing happened. And the charming lies. Oh, those are tricky. They feel so good, don't they? He says exactly what you want to hear. He promises the world. He builds you up, makes you feel like the most special woman. But then, does it actually happen? Those grand plans, those perfect weekends? Or do they just fade away, replaced by another set of promises? You started to notice the pattern. A little alarm bell, quiet at first. You told yourself it was you, being too sensitive. You made endless excuses for him. You wanted to believe the good part, the charming part. She's in that phase now, making excuses. Trying to fit the puzzle pieces, even when they don't quite match. You know how it feels. That persistent knot in your stomach when he says one thing, but his actions say another. That small, persistent voice telling you something is off, but you silence it. You don't want to rock the boat. You want to keep the peace. Especially when you have children. You just want things to be calm. She's ignoring those whispers right now, just like you did. But those whispers, they get louder eventually. Right now, you're probably seeing them. Maybe a picture pops up. Maybe you hear things. He's all smiles. He's opening doors, buying gifts. He's listening intently. He's making her feel like the most important person. She's probably glowing, isn't she? Full of hope, believing every word. You know this feeling. You lived it. Remember those early days? The way he looked at you, the promises he whispered, the effort he put in. The man who seemed perfect. He's that man for her now. It's a performance, a really good one. He practices this. He perfected it on you, didn't he? He's showing her the best version, the shiny wrapper. He wants to win her over completely. He wants her to feel safe, adored, like she's found something special. It's the honeymoon phase. Everything feels new and exciting. She's on cloud 9. And you? You know this part of the story. You know it well. You know what happens when the initial sparkle fades, when the real person starts to show up, when the effort gets too much, when the mask slips. You've been to this show before. You know the script. You know the eventual ending. You see her. Maybe a quick pang or just curiosity, but then you start to think past the surface. What is she really getting? A fresh start? Or just him? The same man you knew. He hasn't changed. People like that rarely do deep down. All those problems you tried to fix, the ones that kept coming back? She's getting those now. Unresolved issues, the late nights, the excuses, broken promises, the silences, empty apologies, the way he could mess with your head, making you question what you knew. That's her inheritance, the constant blame shifting. The subtle ways he chipped away at your peace, the routine of him turning your words against you. She's stepping right into that familiar dance. And his demands, the rigid rules, the things that had to be just so. His comfort always first. You know how that goes. You spent years navigating those expectations, trying to keep the peace, making sense of the impossible. Now it will be her turn. You worked so hard to untangle yourself from that knot, to break free from that predictable cycle. You built your own ground. She's not just moving in. She's inheriting the exact life you fought to escape. A life with all those built-in problems, neatly packaged, waiting. You're on the outside now, not managing his moods, not walking on eggshells, not holding your breath. Sometimes, when you let that truth settle, you find a quiet sort of pity for her. A clear understanding of what she's truly walking into. The quiet in your home now, you earned that. You remember the noise, the confusion, the constant fight to be heard. You chose to break through those walls. You chose to start from nothing. You faced the empty bank account, the worried looks from your kids, the sheer exhaustion. But you did it. You are doing it. You are building something real, something solid, brick by painstaking brick. Look at her now. She's just beginning. She sees the polished surface, the promises. She's probably hearing all the things you once heard, the grand plans, the charming stories. She doesn't know what lies beneath. She doesn't know the careful way he messes with your head, the slow chipping away. She doesn't know how he uses people. She thinks she's special. You thought that too once. You fought your way out. You walked through fire and built a safe space for you and your children. You're free. You decide your days, your worth. She's just starting a journey that might lead her right back to the same walls you spent years tearing down. You understand the path she's on. You walked it. And you know how hard it will be for her to see the truth. That's why you feel a quiet understanding now, almost sorry. You know, it's not just you watching this new chapter unfold. Your kids are watching too. They see it all. They see how he acts with her. They remember how he acted with you. They might not say much, kids rarely do, but they absorb everything. They notice the grand gestures, and they notice the quiet slights, the promises made, the promises kept or broken. They remember the arguments, the silent treatments, the way he would disappear. They watched him messing with your head. Now they're watching him interact with someone new. They don't need to love her or even like her. That's not the point here. They are simply watching the playbook. They are witnessing the same routines, the same patterns of behavior that eventually led to your heartbreak. They see the sparkle now. They saw it with you too, and they will see the subtle shifts, the tiny cracks, the moments where things start to feel familiar. They are seeing the cycle played out again, just with a different lead actress. It's a quiet education for them, one you never wished for. You might look at her then and feel a quiet sort of sorrow, not for yourself, not for him, but for the path she's on. You had to walk that path. You learned its twists and turns. You know how it ends. But that's not your story anymore. Your story is different. You walked through fire. You lost everything that felt safe. You had to learn to stand again. For your kids, mostly. Remember those nights when you thought you couldn't make rent, couldn't make dinner, couldn't even make it to morning? You did. You put one foot in front of the other. You built something from dust. You put food on the table. You dried tears, your own and theirs. You rebuilt your world. Maybe not perfectly, but it's yours. It's solid. It's real. That hard work, all that struggle, it made you. It built this new foundation. You're not trying to please him anymore. You're not trying to fix what was broken with him. You're building something for you. So let them have their garden, full of whatever they planted. You have your own. Tend to it, water it, pull the weeds. See what beautiful things you've grown here on your own terms. Your peace isn't about him or her anymore. It's about this. It's about you. You're on your path now, a better one. Keep walking, keep building, keep living.